Recorded.
I'd like to open the Public Works and Protection Committee meeting on Thursday, April 8, 2021. Roll call, please.
Gary Paul,
Here.
Donovan Miller,
Here.
Joanne Euclid,
Here.
Jay Krieger,
Here.
and Allison Williams is excused.
Stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Action on the agenda. Can I have an approval on that, please?
So move. I'll second.
First and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Action on the minutes of March 2, 2021 at 6 p.m.
Move to approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried. Comments from the public must be limited to the items not on the agenda. Must state name and address. Limit to 5 minutes. Board roll will listen but will not discuss the items. Personnel issues cannot be discussed nor individual named. Board is not able to take action at this meeting. Anybody from the general public care to speak? Again, anybody? If not, we'll move on to action items. Tonight it is beer and liquor, pretty much so. Item number 1, action on Class B beer slash Class B liquor license GBW Associates LLC doing business at Aloft. Chris, you're on the move here tonight.
Thank you. AB Hospitalities LLC, doing business as Aloft Green Bay, was previously the license holder. GBWI Associates LLC have been appointed receiver of the receivership property. All licensing requirements have been met, but issuing is conditioned upon meeting their village financial obligation. And I believe they have a representative here to talk.
They do? Mm-hmm. Okay. Would you like to come up and state anything at this moment? Or any questions I should ask first? If anybody has any questions for the person? If not, I guess everything's in order, Chris?
Yes.
Everything's in order? All right. If no questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move to approve the Class B beer and Class B liquor license for GBWI Associates LLC in the Aloft in Green Bay.
Very good. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Got a first and a second? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Can they add the condition that all
Oh, we got a condition here. Got to back up a little bit. What, and,
geez, that
oh,
financial obligations we met before?
okay, they also have to meet, on a condition here, have to meet, but issue the conditional upon meeting with the village financial obligation.
Yep.
Okay with that, Jay? Done? Okay. Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item action B, action on premise amendment requesting an amendment, or an AM Investment LLC doing business as Njuzzi Sports Center. Chris, you again.
AM Investments LLC, doing business as Anduzzi Sports Club, is requesting the extension of their Class B combo liquor license. The request is pending the approval of plans being submitted to the village to create an outdoor garden. The hours of operation would mirror the restaurant's hours, weather permitting.
Nobody here from Andrews's. This was brought in front of the site plan committee this afternoon. They are putting a outdoor garden in front of the building. It was all approved at the site plan meeting, and there were a few things they had to change, but it was agreed upon by the owners of the property. So this will allow them to serve liquor outside in the garden only. So that is the question here. If there's any other, if there is no questions, I'll move to get a motion.
I'll move to approve the premise amendment request of AM Investments LLC for the Anduzzi Sports Club.
Okay, got a first.
I can second that.
I got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Oh, keep forgetting you there, Joanne. I got a first and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, item C, action on Class B beer / Class C wine license. Newell Company doing business as Stage 1017. Chris, you are on it again.
Newell Company Incorporated purchased 1017 Wabi Lane on February 26, 2021. The Newell Company Incorporated will be doing business as Stage 1017. All licensing and fee requirements have been met. I will let them explain what their plan is because they're doing multiple things, and I'm sure they can explain it better than me. Thank you.
Okay, any questions from the committee here? If not, sir, would you like to come up and explain the business that you're getting into here?
Hello, my name is David Oshevsky,
Okay, name and address for the record, please.
2053 Shady Lane, Ashwaubenon. So we own Escape Room Wisconsin, and we purchased this building. We do a lot of corporate team building and events, and this space we want to utilize exactly for that, corporate team building and events, and we also want to be open to the public. We do, we bring them together, we run games, puzzles for team building. We didn't want to do the alcohol in the escape room because that's all ages. We wanted to have this space for over 21 and do that. Along with that, we also work with the Mega Fun Game Show, and it's a traveling show, and we want to bring them in kind of as a resident attraction on Fridays and Saturday nights to there. And then we also have other assets that we want to bring in there for puzzles and events where groups can come in as a group of friends and use the space for learning and building up, working together as a team.
So is this going to be like a separate room then that this team would then go to, and then you serve alcohol there? Is that kind of what you're thinking? Or?
Well, it's kind of open. We have it, the way that we envision it is and we're working with Alliance Construction right now to do a layout and go through the state approval process. But we've got a general area that's open, and then we've got a side room where we'd have, we've got pinball machines, cornhole, and other things. And another one of our businesses is Lumberjack Johnny's, which is a mobile axe throwing, and we eventually want to bring that indoors there also. But we kind of want to have the space all open for that, and it's an adult venue. The games and the things we do aren't designed for children; they're designed for adults.
Did I hear the word children mentioned?
That it's not for children.
Not for children.
Yeah, the games and the events that we have, they're designed and intended for adults. So we have the escape room, that's all ages. This venue is strictly for adults.
Okay. Is this strictly for entertainment, or do you have any food or anything that goes along with the groups that come in?
We don't have we don't have a kitchen. What we do is we cater food in.
Cater?
So, if it would be delivery, simple stuff, whether it be what we've done in the past, pizza, subs, Qdoba, stuff like that, where we'll just set up a table and either we'll cater it in for them or bring them in. At this time, we don't intend to have a kitchen.
Okay. Chris, does this fit the criteria that a license can be improved or approved for them?
The Class C wine license, if they're not a restaurant, they cannot get that.
If it's not a restaurant, you cannot have wine.
Right. The Class B portion, the Class B beer, they're considering themselves recreational facility. So in the statutes, they would, if you decide that it's a recreational facility, they would be allowed to get a Class B beer.
Class B beer, but not liquor, not wine.
Not unless they're a restaurant.
Unless they're a restaurant. And having no kitchen and not serving food out of a kitchen is considered a restaurant.
I did check about the catering, and that wouldn't qualify.
Wouldn't qualify.
Right.
Okay. Understand that?
I understand that.
Okay, so you realize you can get the Class B beer, but not the liquor.
That's understood now.
Okay. All right, everybody understand? Okay. Any other questions? Joanne, you got any?
No, I'm good.
You're good to go? Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to have a Class beer license for the Newell Company doing business as Stage 1017.
I will move to have Class B beer license to the Newell Company Incorporated, Stage 10, 17.
Okay, we got a first. Do I hear a second?
Mr. Chairperson, really quickly,
Okay,
it's certainly reasonable to take action on the Class B license separate from the Class C, but the applicant did apply for the Class C license, so it would be recommended to take a second motion denying the request for the Class C license, and the reason for that is not meeting the statutory requirements as being a restaurant. So I just want to make sure that you're taking two motions, one to approve the applicant for the Class B beer, and one to deny the applicant for the Class C wine because they did not meet the requirements of statute.
okay, understandable. Okay, we've got a motion and a second on the beer right now. So all in favor of that?
I'm in favor of the beer license.
Okay, we got a motion and a second on the beer. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Now,
I will then follow up to deny the Class C wine liquor license for the Newell Company, Stage 10, 17.
okay, I've got a
Second.
first, I got a second from Joanne. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Okay, you good?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, item D, action on Class A beer, Class A liquor, cider only. Requests for Packerland Express LLC doing business as Oneida BP. Chris, you're on the stage again.
Randi Enterprises LLC, doing business as Oneida Street Express, holds the current liquor license at 2031 South Oneida Street. I did get an email saying that their lease was up as of April 1st, so their license isn't good anymore. Packerland Express LLC, doing business as Oneida BP, will be leasing 2031 South Oneida Street and is requesting a Class A beer, Class A liquor cider only. All licensing and payment requirements have been met. As a point of information, it should be noted that Mr. Raj Shamara has incurred an operating while intoxicated violation, first offense in January of 2019. They did state that they were going to appear, and I don't see them here.
Okay. With discussion from you, Chris, him is not, he is a partner in the, how did you explain that? He's a partner, but not involved,
He's an owner, but he's not the agent running the day-to-day business.
not running the operation? Okay, just so you understand that. Okay, any other questions from the committee? If not, Chris, or we'll entertain a motion. I'll make a motion for the action on a Class A beers slash Class A liquor cider only requested for Packerland Express LLC doing business as Oneida BP. All in favor? Oh, I just need a second.
I'll second it.
All right, Jay, your second. Joanne? Oh, no, we don't need her. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, that does conclude the items on the agenda for the Public Works and Protection Committee. If we have anything that you people are looking for, ask staff to put it on the agenda. If no other questions, move to adjourn the meeting.
I move to adjourn.
Aye, second.
First and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much.